Mr. Walter Reeve is a good and funny principal. My old principal was not that funny.
At a ceremony dedicated to late Superintendent Edward Feligy and the new school that now carries his name, student Daniela Luseco deftly showed that role models can be both in the here and now, like our funny principal, or like Mr. Feligy, continue to teach and inspire across the ages. Amid plenty of pomp and the kind of music he so enjoyed, Mr. Feligy's relatives joined with school system and community officials to cut a ribbon to officially open the Creative and Performing Arts School and to reflect on a man who influenced countless lives.
He was a wonderful man, and he did things quietly. He was not flamboyant or dramatic. He was behind the scenes. He didn't like publicity, but he cared about kids. He cared about the school system, and he cared about the county. And he was more, in my mind, more famous for being number 2 than number 1. He did serve as superintendent, but 10, 15, 18 years, he must have been number 2. He ran the school system behind the scenes. He made the tough decisions. He loved music. He loved people from different continents. You know, he liked to be traveled. He was very European in a lot of ways. And I think the multicultural aspect of the school, the dynamism, would please him to no end.
He always believed in educating the whole child, which meant that it's not just about math and science, but also arts and sports and all kind of other things. So I know he'd be very proud with this school and the fact that this school is promoting that as well.
Edward Feligy now joins a pantheon of prominent educators and other outstanding citizens whose names grace Prince George's schools and thus continue to teach by how they lived their lives. Renowned scientist Ernest Everett Just, for instance, whose statue greets students every day, still prods students at his middle school to be disciplined about their work. At Charles Herbert Flowers High School, the students still swell with pride at Dr. Flowers' exploits as a Tuskegee Airman. And for students at Mary Harris Mother Jones Elementary, a feisty labor leader who kept crusading until she was 100 years old shows students that one person can indeed make a difference. But while the famous motivate, so too do the familiar, who, if their parents, are just as great in the eyes of their children. At the recent Men Make a Difference Day, the students at William Beans Elementary were bursting with pride as their dads, their heroes, spent the day at school with them.
They're just proud. They kind of strut around like peacocks on days like this, where they're telling, oh, my granddad's coming, and my dad, and my great-granddad. So sometimes we have 3 generations from one family who comes. In addition to that, we have local volunteers from organizations who come as well, and they kind of mentor as they serve as surrogates for kids who don't have a man for the day.
And who's this?
My daddy.
Your dad. What do you think this does for your son and for all the other young men here?
Motivation for their future, keep them in school and keep them attentive in their classes.
Got to ask you, were you a good student?
I did the best I could. I did graduate 3.32.
I think you did just fine. On a day filled with prizes for the top pops, races in the gym that had dads breaking a sweat, and an ice cream making experiment that turned into the dad's just desserts, there was plenty of paternal praise from the guys making the difference.
I didn't never expect this. I thought it was going to be more so sitting down, and they talking. Yeah. I didn't think we was going to be doing a lot of running around, exercising. But it's good for the kids, though. That's good. I like that.
Why'd you come here today?
Just to see the smiles on their face, and I love Men's Make a Difference Day. It was like they say, we got to be the difference in their lives. So I'm going to always be here to support.
Sounds like you've been here before.
Yeah, I actually went to school here, elementary school, so this is home for me.
This is really special for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade any moment of it. I love it.
Something tells me it's not just today that you're doing these things, that you're engaged all the time.
I have to be. I don't want them to make the mistakes I did, and if I stay in their life, they'll be on the right track.
I love this school.
You love this school. Why do you love this school?
Because it's better.
And while moms are the best of role models too, dads just kind of shake things up in their own special way. Is there a favorite moment that you like to cite when you're trying to recruit people to come in? What do you tell them that seals the deal?
Well, honestly, a lot of times I tell them we need a break from the moms. Because honestly, dads are much cooler. They're funner, they're risk takers, and our kids need that. They need to be risk takers, and a lot of times moms are safe. And so when dads come, we see kids climbing ropes, and just doing things that they normally wouldn't do because they feel brave. And so I try to get them in and ask them, give us a break. It's not Mom's Day, we promise. So we promise them we're not going to let any moms in the building, and they're really excited about that.
So while beautiful new buildings are impressive, it is significant adults, moms, dads, teachers, and those whose names appear on schools that truly touch children's hearts.
This school is a good and a nice school. I am happy here. I hope you like this school because I do. This school feels like a special school to me. Edward M. Feligy.